test 1 held on 20th May, and we have 10 questions to discuss. We have already checked papers and what is really the basic outcome of your answer. We will analyze your answers also, what is really problem, and that I have given, that is, these are my observations when I was checking all the papers. Whatever may be your position, first point, the very important point is attempt all questions. That is very important for us. If say you have solved 18 questions, 17 questions, 13 questions, then of course you are out of race. Attempting all questions, this is a point of debate, that suppose you have solved 17 questions out of 20, then also students are there for their interview, they are in. Why? Because almost 80% or 70% marks in some questions. That may be the case. That means at the same time you have to maintain your quality, at the same time you have to go for your quantity. So quality quantity balance of course matters. Quality and quantity balance of course matters. So that is first suggestion. And second suggestion, follow word limit. If it exceeds, then it's a directly 0. These are two immediate suggestions from your writing, what I have gathered. So we'll discuss questions and then go for general observations. And if you have any questions, then we'll do it after our session is over, because that will save others' time. Suppose I have this question, that may create problem to other student, that this question may be too primary, or it's none of my business kind of argument may be there. So best way, what you may have your questions, we will discuss after this session is over. Individually, after this session, we will discuss what exactly is the nature of your question and how to handle that. The very first question, these two questions are: critically analyze philosophical nature of Indian music. Sources, so read state, that is Yojana Kurukshetra. So Yojana and Kurukshetra suggests that pattern, if that pattern again is followed, then you may expect, as like 2013 you have much emphasis on world history. That may happen to your art, culture, heritage, because when Kurukshetra also talks about your folk and folk art, then it's really signal for our GS1 that you have to give more thrust on your overall study of our syllabus title, that is Indian heritage, art and culture from ancient to modern times. For example, in post-colonial, post-independent period, how your architecture evolved, that hand from Chandigarh, for example. So probable question, our source is Government of India. What Government of India thinks? Government of India thinks that we need to understand philosophical nature. This is August 2020. Article may be enough or may not be enough, but the issue again, floated issue, that is your idea of Indian music. And if it's 10 marks, then go for 135 words. Then innovative writing, that means your chart, diagrams ultimately matters. If you are writing, this is almost in this batch, maybe a batch of the 50 or 48 students. I think 2 are already post holders, 2 or 3 are already post holders. Then 8 to 10 candidates are presently facing interview. Then almost 70 or 80% candidates are that means already appeared for mains at least twice. So this is our whole stratum that you are writing. Again, I know some students personally, what you are writing in, say, that may be your answer in last year, but then what is your improvement in this year? Why you are writing? If you are doing same thing, that if innovative writing, for example, Indian music. So let's decode Indian music. What is music? It's a Geet, Sangeet. This literally translates a Geet. So Geet needs certain words and Geet needs certain instrument, music. So music needs instrument A and words. Without words also it's a music. Indian music is not just word. Word is one part of the, but essentially it's an instrument. So what do you know about instrument? And instrument A. B, Indian music is that means you are talking about the India's music or Indian music is a colonial construct. That means in the early 20th century, after various quote unquote progressive movements, influence of the Japan and other early 20s, you have idea that we need our own understanding of music, and so many gharanas initiated as like the movie Disciple goes for Alwar Gharana. So Indian music or Bandit web series like that one or movie like, so there are so many ways you can depict Baiju Awra, Tansen. Point is how to understand Indian music. Indian music is folk music, also is a Indian music, folk music for example. Then certain there is overarch between your music and dance. So certain dance form demands music also. So is it that Indian music includes? So what do you mean by Indian music? Indian music is a overarch. Indian music is a large argument, right? That means pre-modern includes your British period or colonial period, then your so-called medieval period, which is now term is outdated one, no one uses that one. Then it's a pre-modern period divided into so many parts. For example, this answer is incomplete without the argument of the Amir Khusro. Here Amir Khusro is mentioned. Amir Khusro is a core element of Indian music, Khyal. So how to understand Amir Khusro? Composition of Amir Khusro. Death of Amir Khusro is 1325. So without Amir, you cannot discuss. That means Bhakti. What is Namdev's period is 1270 to 1350. Saint from Maharashtra. Certain Mukhbanis are included. 63 Mukhbanis are included in Guru Granth Sahib. So what was that music instrument used by the student or disciple of Guru Nanak? They used to sing. So music has certain, what do you mean by philosophy then? That means forget your study, forget your, what happens is ultimately you are driven by your material, and material ultimately creates problem. So forget material. So de-learning is very important when you are writing specifically this kind of GS writing, because you have your own question, that is critical, how to critically analyze what happened. You are writing that factual data in the name of philosophical nature of Indian music. Absolutely correct. Question is critically analyze. That means critical analyze, that means you have to evaluate critically analyze. Analyze, that means you need to separate. What is analyze? It's a Vishleshan. You have to separate all units, that is analysis, Vishleshan, and Sansleshan. You have to gather all elements into one composite, one element. That means you have to critically, so critically analysis demands a certain kind of comparison. For example, this nomadic and pastoral people of the Veda have their own idea of the Udgatri or Samaved. Then you have a settled life. That means it's your political economy also changes understanding of your idea of the music. If you have state patronage, who is the fellow? State patronage, who is the fellow? None other than Mahendra Varman of Pallava dynasty, who created this new raga called as the Sankirna Jati. He settled a new village. Navaraspur was a village settled by Adil Shah. Now this is a separate village called as a Navaraspur. So these are 9 rasas. So ras is a basic element of your music. Bhav is a basic element of music. So nad is a basic nad. Dhvanyalok is a text. Dhvanyalok is a text given. Dhvanyalok talks about your types of or capacity of a word. And without word also music arises. Basically you have to divide into music is word, music is instrument. A. B. Music, Indian music is folk and so-called classical. That means patronage, and you have certain ideas of the classical. Indian music is not just related to your own, what happened to your Om, what happened to your earlier Gita. That is a very small part. Who were the singers? Laterally created a classical. Sood, Chara, Mag and Bhatt. You already questioned on in your prelims. And who are these people? These are singers. How this so-called your continuity? That means these singers have certain instruments. For example, Narad as a Veena. Some people have written that. Then you have the Samudragupta was very Samudragupta, and hence that term arrived, that is Praveen. Praveen is a clever or intellectually brave or capable to do certain entities. That means there's a Veena lute. Samudragupta's title was the same one. Point is, you have state patronage and you don't have state patronage. That means, and that's without state patronage also. For example, Jaydev's Geet Govind, the ultimate Jaydev's Geet Govind is a classic example that it's a people's patronage, and it's in rural, so-called contemporary rural. It's not a elite. That means Indian music, if you want to understand philosophy, what is philosophy? Philosophy is abstract and universal, in plain and simple. It must be applicable to all. And you are discussing, for example, swara, for example, nad. Then you have understanding of your idea of the chord, for example. No written words. In Western, so-called Western, you have certain words. So, how to understand? And you have just 7 minutes. So many students have completed this question very brilliantly, but time taken is, say, 11 minutes, 14 minutes, then it's a problem. Because ultimately you have to complete. And best way and best formula is, suppose you have to cross, that may be suitable to certain candidates, but that is successful experiment past. That just opt for 15 markers first and then go for 10 markers. 15 marker first is always a great idea, because ultimately that gives you a space for thinking, that now I can write, and after certain your intellectual entry into your questions, you are now settled. Then go for 10 markers. It's easy and quick. Otherwise, 10 markers initially is a sluggish idea. You are exhausted and now you are not capable to, for example, write a large question like this one. That means cultural understanding, art, architecture during Mauryan period. So, how to understand and create basic frame of your question. 10 marker, that is general thumb rule, that go for 10 marker in your second phase. First phase 150 marks, 150 marks, and then your 10 markers. So critically, I will send these articles also, or the script of the, or structure of your answers. We will do that also. First, we will try to analyze what exactly is the demand of the question, and demand of the question has nothing to do with per se your study. It may be a accumulated knowledge that you, for example, I attended, say, certain music programs in last, say, 20 years over the period. Then I may have that capacity, because that needs a certain kind of brainstorming, say 7 minutes, 4 minutes for writing, 3 minutes or 2 minutes for thinking. Without creating structure, just do not dare to write. And in this article, for example, in this article, Sangeet Ratnakar, who is the fellow? It's a Sharangadhar. Then Firoz Tughlaq was also interested in music. He has translated certain texts from Sanskrit into music. That means musicians, Tansen, you can have, that means it's a singer and music also. So role of music state, how, that means when you are trying to analyze critically. If his state is a benevolent, for example, our is a band music, that may be your entry point. That means it depends on the will of the state when you are trying to enter. What happens? You are much loaded in your information and you are not able to understand what exactly is the demand of question. It's a common sense. Above your study, so I have studied very hard, then what remains is your common sense. So where is that common sense? Without the patronage of the state, is it possible for a musician? You have so many stories of the musicians that ultimately, because of this patronage, for example, you have this Vijayanagar thing. Vijayanagar also has certain patronage. So if you are interested in philosophical, we are discussing now, it's in expand or in detail. You have just 7 minutes, then you have to think whatever, you have to create parameters. Philosophy, Indian music. Indian music, I will go for what exactly is music? It's a sound. sound created by certain instrument. Then let's talk about the instrument. Then you have certain words also. Then talks about the words also. It's a combination. Then it's a period also, or it's a classical, or it's a folk. Combination. Without that, you cannot. What is the philosophy when say Amir Khusro says that your soul? That means some metaphysics also. That means certain kind of spiritual experience, quote unquote, and certain kind of material experience, both experience. Why Kumar search for alternative ways? This is a classic case of Kumar Gandharva, for example. You may start Kumar. So that is your originality of thought is critical, and no one tried to. Why Bhimsen Joshi is important? There's some music and music. Then just go for just music. Jalataranga. That may be one way. So Indian music is a vast idea. You have to apply your own experience, summarize it, analyze it, and make your own argument. Every time it's not possible that you have studied. That is the real need of our writing. It's accumulated argument. So go for philosophical nature. At least, so you may say, I need a basic understanding of the sound. I need basic understanding of the quest. Is it a mean to achieve? Suppose Indian music or music, is it aim to achieve certain entities? So what is the say popular dialogue or one dialogue from recent movie Disciple? कहाँ जाने की जल्दी है आपको? That is Guru Shishya tradition, which is also given. What is the Abhyas in Guru Shishya tradition? Just you have to follow your teacher for all 12 years, 13 years, 14 years. That means much deeper understanding of each and every entity is expected. And of course, there are certain backlashes, there are certain limitations. People like T.M. Krishna, for example, are not comfortable with this kind of gharanas, and hence these people have argued that there must be reservation in Indian music. So your update and you will say, but this is just limited to 10 marks, and that is the precise point. We need 8 marks. Then your multiplicity of thinking immediately argued that it's a state, then it's a male singers, it's a female singers, or it's a female music. Who is the female musician? Avanti Sundari tried up to a certain point. After that, what happened? If it's a goddess called as a Saraswati to begin with, then where are quote unquote women musicians? So why it's not there? So that is the question. That is the question. Bandit or so many. You can draw any source, but you need your own argument also. That means you have to minimize your market material up to say 1/3, and 2/3 must be yours. 2/3, and that 2/3 is your accumulated or you have separately studied. I have studied Yojana. For example, this is article, page 6. Here, Bharat Ratna Bismillah Khan, Pandit Hari Prasad Chaurasia, that is flute. This is Shehnai. Then this is say Vigyan Bhairav Tantra, Shiva to Parvati dialogue. If one listens to undivided attention of the sound that string the musicians' instrument that are played successively and are prolonged, that Gandharva Ved, the so-called Upaveda of the Samaveda, Gandharva Ved, prolonged, then it becomes absorbed in the supreme consciousness. This is Shiva tells to Parvati. Then this is Sharangadev. Sharangadev has a deeper connection with Maharashtra. It's a Sangeet Ratnagar, 13th century. That means if it's a music, then what is its connection with your metaphysics, Bhakti movement, Sufi movement, Andal for example, or Akka Mahadevi? What type of music was there? Suppose I am singing Vachanas. So what kind of music I need? So music has its own track, legacy. So Bhakti and Sufi, some people have argued that Bhakti and Sufi. Here, what is the structure of this article? This article may be useful or may not, but the question arises from this one. Philosophical nature of Indian music. This is lead article, interconnectivity, Dr. Prashnu Samdarshi. And then origin and history development of the Indian music, origin, how it evolved and how arrive to a certain point. Ragmalas, you have certain ragmalas and classical art. V.D. Paluskar, Gandharva Mahavidyalaya 1901. Then this bhajan of the Raghupati Raghav Rajaram 1901. Then you have various ragmalas, and then this is Alauddin Khan, known as Baba Alauddin Khan. Take any live example. This is a popular advertise of your tea. That means a tabla player, and start your writing. That is applied writing. So why this appeal? Tabla appeals to each and every Indian. So let's search for Indian music. That means you have internalized the matter. If I need say more than 130 marks in paper first, 160, 116, 118, 121 I know from my own students. 121 is apex. 95, 89, this is average from say 85 to 95, 100. But what we need is 130. Then you need to think, and that process, what we are discussing is a process. So you need to analyze your own process and your own accumulated knowledge. So that means de-learning is very important. I repeat, the de-learning is very important. Because of that de-learning, now you are in a more better position to understand exact demand of your question. That means what do you mean? Nature. What do you mean by nature? Nature content is a form also. Nature content is a content. Swa Roop. Roop is a form. Swa, self. So self demands certain kind of essence. That means I have to talk about the essence also. So that is another message, that you have to address each and every word of your question. That also solves your question. That also solves your major problem. That I have addressed analyze, I have addressed philosophical, I have addressed. What happens? We have general gross understanding of this question. Go word by word and analyze what do you mean by nature, and that practice must be there, because initially it may take time more than say just some student have created that say 18 minutes but answer is correct, 7 marks. Fine, then go for 7 minutes and say at least 7 marks. 1 mark, 1 minute, 180 minutes, forget 10, last 10 minutes, you have to fill your minimum data of your mains or other things. So still it's 170 marks, 1 minute, 1 mark, that must be your aspiration, and that is it's possible. If it's 165 is possible in GS third, then 165 is also possible in your first paper. That means UPSC don't have any barriers. UPSC don't have any kind of barrier. You need that kind of flexibility, that kind of intellectual capacity to cope up with situation within given prescribed time. So first, for example, and that is really happening, what you are not able to decode. Just 2 students analyzed the term philosophy. What do you mean by philosophical? It may be bookish, but just decode philosophy. What do you mean by philosophical? What do you mean by Indian music? According to my logic, Indian music has these 4 components: classical, folk, instrument, and certain human element, singing, chord, and then go for another eminent names, as like say Jagannath, for example, or Jaydev, or Sankirana Jati, or Adil Shah, or Amir Khusro. Where is in that, where are women? So why women are not there? You have huge discussion, because it's a gendered argument, and hence you need to decode that kind of argument. What happened when we have quote unquote Western arrival of the say Uday Shankar's ballet arrived, then you have different kind of world of an understanding of the Indian music. So it's a contested and it's a continuously, it's not a static idea. Indian music is not a static idea. That may be our last line. So that is question 1. Question 2, how temple inscription? Let's decode temple. So go for your basic argument. What do you mean by temple? Temple really arrived for Saguna. That means Nirgun, I don't have a capacity to imagine certain entities into Nirgun, and hence temple arrived. Temple is a 4th century phenomena. Temple divided into 3 phases. It's a Vesar style. Vesar, Dravid, or northern it's Nagar style. And temple literary, temple as an education center, temple as a state patronage, temple as a coronation. Pattadakal, for example, is a classic case where 98 coronation, that means Rajabhisheks happened. So temple literary, forget inscriptions and Tamil Nadu. Tamil Nadu, of course, is a modern construct. So how temple inscriptions of Tamil Nadu are useful to understand history of the region. Then you have to talk about why you are interested in understanding temple inscription. So that is a technique and gimmick also. Suppose this we are 50 students, then at least 40 students are starting. The starting line is temple inscription of Tamil Nadu. And just clever student, what will do? Because it gives you difference. History of the region is important in last 30 years, history of the region. Then it makes difference. And for that, to understand history of region, you have various parameters, you have various ways. So history ultimately is a source, as like Maratha history, Maratha historiography, not history. We will discuss that source, that question also. Question 2 source is again this August 2020. What is the source of our question? Government of India. That is again mentioned, I think it's a page 38 to 41, the second article. I will share that also, or you may have that. This is August 2020, I am referring Yojana, a development monthly. How temple inscriptions of Tamil Nadu are useful to understand, and then how these temples really arrived. Temple. Initially, temple, for example, what is expected, just not temple. Pallavas may have temple, but Pallavas have inscriptions with a different under. For example, Ghatika is a Vedic college, Ghatika. Then certain land grants to Ghatika also, that is located, that may be located in temple or it's without temple also. So temple really arrived as a state structure. So temple, that means you have a state and religion. So temple is state also, temple is a religion also. Temple, mantaps, for example, mantap or mandap. Mantap is a tax collection center. So analyze this institution, phenomena called as a temple. That gives you a real insight. I have to decode. You may feel that this is deviation. I have to write about this giving just list, that Kumbakonam, this kind of argument. But question is not that. Question is that how these inscriptions are, just you have mentioned, useful to understand history of the region. And what is Tamil Nadu famous for? It's a regional. This is arid region. This is coastal region. So you have Nadals, that means Tinaids. Sangam literature gives you. So inscription, what is the importance of inscription? Inscription gives you a contemporary evidence. And that is the real beauty of the Tamil Nadu. Cholas really started that kind of argument. And hence, before a discussion on this temple inscriptions, earlier understanding was Indians don't have a sense of history. But after this reading, temple inscriptions, people change the understanding that no, Indians do have a sense of history, because you have so many contemporary inscriptions that you have donated. For example, Rajendra has donated certain amount, and that is mentioned in Brihadeshwar temple for so-called your dancers for God, women dancers for God. Devadasis, laterally in 19th century called as the Devadasis. Then you have what is your relation with the Nayaks, that is also mentioned in your temple. Madurai temple, for example. Madurai is a deep southern. So, temple ultimately useful to understand your history of region. Our concern is history of region. So, how to understand Tamil Nadu as a history of region? Say, for example, Konga Nadu is a region. Then you have certain Halebid and say Dwarasamudra, laterally Hoysalas. Partially it's located in Tamil Nadu, partially it's not Tamil Nadu, but it gives you a sense that you need to understand a trade route. Why Malikapur was interested in Halebid? It's a trade route. So Halebid inscriptions, you have already questioned that it has its connection. That means Kakatiya Warangal's port was asked. That means temple again is a storage, temple again is a tax collection center, temple again it's a decision making center. Decision making, Vitthal temple, Hazara temple of the Vijayanagar. Here question is not just temple. What is maybe a lack of information or maybe lack of data. 50% candidates written just names of the temple. That is not the question. Question is Madurai Meenakshi temple has this inscription which talks about the land revenue system. Then Brihadeshwar temple has this inscription which talks about it's a correlation with the subject. Then you have Chidambaram as a temple and how to manage your people without disturbing their own life. So that, and to conclude, what we here so many details are there. For example, inscription of Kongu Nadu region. It's a Perur temple 1224 who ordered the dam build. Dam again is an important idea. Haridri was a river and 13, that means Harihar Bukka also gave this idea. Then it's a Ramnathpuram district. It's a 829. It's a Kallan chief regional officer gives you a new idea. All these are mentioned in this article. Uttar Meru inscription practices. Then you have 10th century Perumal temple inscribed light terms for officers and how judicial functions are done. Ultimately, king is the ultimate officer for king. King is the ultimate officer. And that may create a certain impression that king has ultimate word, but that must be based on certain descriptions, and that description is derived from your text. So understand, forget your information, forget your note, forget your reading. If you are not compatible with reading also, then I think up to 50% you can achieve your marks via decoding the terms or words arrived in your question. For example, what do you mean by temple? Why temple is essential? Because temple itself is an institution. So let's say words temple arrived, and what we are talking in the Tamil Nadu essentially is for example, there is an idea called as a prakara. Prakara is a wall within wall. That means you need your own security, and within that prakara you have these inscriptions. So inscription ultimately you need a certain kind of security for that maintenance of the, and starting line of the inscription is also important, end line of inscription is also important. Those who are willing to destroy this inscription, almost these are abusive words used for their generations, their individual or their family. So don't destroy this inscription, again is a order, and hence it's a contemporary and it's a state. You cannot say there are certain private, say for example private, that means that not ordered by state but private. For example, Nanadeshi, Manigramam, Ayavole, these are certain guilds, Sreni, Pugs and Grees. Sreni, Pugs, Pug again is a trade guild. Trade guild has also that capacity to inscribe certain entities on temple. That may be a case in deep southern Tamil Nadu, below Madurai, or it's in Andhra. That means what is missing in your almost every candidate, one or two are exceptions. Different temple, what is the importance of inscription? It may be a bookish idea, but it's directly hitting to your expected lines. Why I need? So best way, start with either inscription or temple or history of the region. History of region ultimately gives you, and specifically Tamil Nadu after 1950s has maintained its decorum as a sub-region or important region, and you have this idea of the self-respect movement, and hence different understanding of the Tamil Nadu, and hence people like Noboru Karashima, for example. One line in that inscription may be that the king order ultimately is harsh collection of revenue, and for example term vishti, the forced labor, may occur in your temple inscriptions. So temple inscription gives you a social stratification, temple inscription gives you a regional variation of a crop, temple inscription gives you a idea of a labor, temple inscription gives you a tax of collection or it's a barter, temple inscription gives you a idea of justice, that is 10 marks. That means your information ultimately creates problem to your writing. Same happened with the discuss various sources to understand history of the Marathas. And this question, what is this my source of this question? Last year UPSC optional paper. Of course, that was more precise. That means just mention Shiva Bharat, for example. In that question, Shiva Bharat was as source. So, what is correct? Immediate correction in your writing? It's not history, but historiography. There is a difference between history and historiography. So, what we need is a historiography to understand any source. Suppose this is a source. For example, Jaydev Shakavali is a source. So many students have written. But my way of interpretation is different. Then answer is different. So, source may be a good idea, but interpretation, what is history? History is the interpretation of certain facts. Facts plus interpretation is history. So, where is your idea of interpretation? So, what is happening at that you are a little bit confused with your information and question. So, you have to write your answer of your question, not just give information that you know. So, you have this whole list, Bakars. Shivadigvijay Bakar, 91 column Bakars, or you have Sabha, very famous Sabhasad Bakar. So, Bakar is fine. Then what to do with Bakar? It's a literature. Then let's talk about literature as a source of history. Coins, Shivashahi coin, for example. Hone is a coin, rupee is a coin. So, numismatic as a source of history. So, how we can understand history of the Marathas, and right from 1630, that is period of the Shivaji, to 1818, end of the Peshwa. That means you have Peshwe Daptar, you have Peshwe Rumal. That means various sources to understand Peshwa. So, some inscript, Gopika Baichi Bakar, for example, Gopika Baichi Bakar, Chitnis Bakar. So, Bakar is a one source. That means literature is one source, numismatic is one source, inscriptions, Gopika Bai has certain inscriptions, donations in Konkan. Shahu has given certain land grants to whom? His Raj. This is called as a Choli Banglis donations, or your basic premise is to understand source. So, Shahu gives you this kind of land, this is say 2 bigha land to Hijra for its own survival. This is Choli Bangdi. That means you have a donation for Hijra also, you have a donation for Kamvizdar also. That means Samanta or Saranjami system. Again, rearrad. Discuss the various sources to understand. The term understand is important. How to understand? I got it. Now, this is difference. So, you need to check, you need to collect immediately your plus points. Understand is, so understand is a larger, vague, somewhat vague idea. But now, in this way, I understand the history of the Marathas. Stuart Gordon will, for example, say, sources were the same one, but Cambridge School interpreted in different manner. Why James Lean was banned? It was jokingly said that, but who says? That means your source is a problem. And that why that book was banned. So, just you said, it's jokingly said, ... and started your answer. That means, where is your originality of thought, critical ability of the candidate? Tushar, there are so many students that now is, for example, Tushar again is an IRS officer. his optional was Marathi literature. He has nothing to do with history. But again in paper 1 always a good score. Why? Because you have to apply your mind, you have to apply your knowledge or information base. How to understand history of the Marathas. Ballad, Povadas, again Dasas Povada, so many students have written. Absolutely correct. But is it a contemporary? Yes, it's a contemporary order and hence a contemporary source. For example, no one has written about Panipat. It's very interesting. Without Panipat, how you can discuss? It's Bhausaheb Bakhar. Then you have contemporary writing. 1761 battle happened and 1763 of Bakhar, contemporary Bakhar. That means Bakhar, contemporary and later. So this is one. You have then again inscriptions. Then you have again Persian sources. Masiri Alamgiri. That means none other than Kafi Khan, for example. Muntakab Ullubab is a text who talks about this very quote unquote benevolent king or equal. It's his approach towards all religion is equal. He maintains the dignity and decorum of each religion. It's about Shivaji, Kafi Khan. So it's a Persian sources. There are certain Dutch sources. Dutch, the only painting of Shivaji is a Dutch painting, contemporary painting. Then you have certain archaeological evidences. For example, Rajapur factory, Dutch factory, laterally Afzal's factory. Then you have Portuguese sources. That means foreign sources. So if it's a 10 mark, then go for various ways. Just description of one, that is 2 marks, fine. You have written whole page on the Bakhars, then it's 2 marks. You need multiplicity is our. Within no time you have to, hence don't explain. Explanation is a bad idea in 10 mark or 15. 15 mark it may work, but 10 mark you have to just elaborate your certain point, then go for next, then point form may work. Point form, it depends on your style of narration. If you are not comfortable, for example, Tina Dabi was not comfortable with point form. She always prefer a flow of language. Vis-a-vis say Ira is a point form. So it depends on your own persona. Last year also, for example, toppers or any post 50 or single digit candidates, you analyze them. Then innovative writing ultimately that, because otherwise it's very difficult. Innovative writing. That innovative writing ultimately gives you a different themes of your writing. For example, Maratha sources, you have this pictographic presentation, you have a map and you have a table. So just only one student has created table. For example, this is Buddhist tradition and its impact on Maurya, point and 11. So that ultimately, or detailed of Rampur, say what is Rampur? Rampur is a bull. So single bull. Then you have Laurya Araras. Then just make that. It's not expected that your drawing must be very good. You have that sense of presentation, that's all. So go for map, go for table, go for your pictographic presentation in 2 marks, 5 marks, 10 marks, 15 marks. You know, because ultimately it's very difficult for examiner to select your paper in final ranking. So various sources to understand history of the Marathas. So sources, why source is important? That means again here V.K. Rajwade will say. V.K. Rajwade. What is V.K. Rajwade? History of the Maratha, 23 volumes. No document, no history was the imagination of a particular period. So source, written source and oral. So source is a contested idea. Now some people have started, for example, Shezvalkar collected, Shezvalkar is an eminent historian. Shezvalkar collected certain ballads from Panipat region and created book, classic book, 1761. It's a history book. And on which it's your famous novel of the Vishwas Patil based on Shezvalkar's book, without mentioning that book. So novel may be one part, for example, it's some people have Goswami, but that is again his literature as a source to understand and its own limit. Aristotle says that history ultimately gives you a fact and literature gives you a truth. Tathya and Satya, Aristotelian framework. So you need at the same time to decode immediately. That is gimmick. It's not something much needed, that you need to just analyze certain words and crack these words and go internally, derive certain new meanings and start writing. So no one has analyzed 1818. Why 1818? 1613 some students started, but at the end 1818. So that may be your entry point. Talking Marathas from 1630 to 1818, divides this into two periods, Shivaji's period and laterally Peshwa period. And in between you have so-called quote unquote first or Maratha War of Independence. Some people will say 1680 to 1707. So you have to talk specially about this period also, at least 2 lines. Certain inscriptions, or 1731 what happened? Varna Treaty, we have document of the Varna Treaty. That means sources, written sources, inscriptional sources, your revenue sources or your foreign sources. If it's a 10 mark, then pictographic presentation always works. It's a Bakhar, Chronicle, Sanskrit sources, Shiva Bharat, or Jairam Pinde, that is Radha Madhav Vilas Champu. That is also important source. Then you have certain French sources, Lubin, L-U-B-N, Lubin, Nana Bhadan was in contact with Lubin. Autobiographies of Nana, autobiography of Nana is also important source. Bakhar, Shakavalis, then you have certain Hindi sources. Some people are continuously trying to analyze Rajasthani sources. Datta Vaman Poddar was there, and his idea is that Rajasthan, Orissa has different understanding because ultimately Marathas are raiders, these are Bargis, and hence you don't have that kind of good image of the Marathas when you have crossed your boundary, because it is Chauthansar Deshmukhi. So certain regional sources depicts Maratha in a bad fashion. These are Bargis, Bargi as a bad word, and hence regional sources also matter. Rajasthani sources yet to decode is a Rajasthani source, started by Datta Vaman Poddar and so many. For example, Dr. Chandrakant Abhang is presently continuously working on the same. That means you may apply your regional argument. What is happening, I can imagine and understand, and I have sympathy with your pressure of your say prelims, mains or other subjects optional. But that is the real task. You are district collector, you have pressure of so many. At the same time, you need that kind of autonomy. Make it full, that question. Make it large and then go for immediate inquiries within 4 or 5 minutes, speed with accuracy. You have completed mission, and now next. I have completed Maratha. Term Maratha. One may say, let's start with the term Maratha. It's a Marahat. It's 1 mark more. So where is Maratha is a language of the Marathi, who are speaking Marathi are the Marathas. Is it that? So how this term really Marathawada, how this really arrived? So you need to do, no one has recorded what do you mean Marathas and why 1818 really arrived. That means 1880 arrived because it's the end of the Peshwa period. That means from Shivaji's birth to Peshwa. That means you are literally strictly talking your question. That otherwise what happens, general, yes, general understanding is you have to write about the Maratha, that's all. That is not the real way to approach your question. Marathas, let's decode Marathas. That gives Maratha, etymologically lexicon of the Marathas. It's a Marahat or Maharatta. Both ways are there. And language of the Marathas. Maharashtri, laterally translated as a Maharashtri or Shauseni, and how this Marathi, Marathicha bolu kautike, that is again saying by the saints. That is question 3. Question 4, discuss the nature of freedom struggle evolved in 19th century and early 20th century. That means say early 20th century, 1930s up to say. Discuss the nature of freedom struggle evolved in 19th century, Odisha. So Orissa again, because that is directly mentioned in our syllabus, that regional variations, and that is expected question. Because in 2013, the whole paper of the history student first paper was a regional paper. That means Mewad, Marwad, Gujarat, Kashmir. So you have regional history already there in 2013. That may be an immediate reflection or maybe a new thing as like Persian sources. And now you are searching sources. But that is the real way UPSC works, and hence it's better that this is new area. As like last year we have this question, rules regulations in your, difference between rules regulations in your ethics, and that was in July we have test. That was there because that was never asked question. So this is completely new area, never asked area, go for that and create answer. Odisha is a separate, because what is the problem with Odisha? From 1765, then you have this idea, from 1765 till say 1911. In 1911, you have demand of the separate Orissa. Orissa has a problem, it's a Rasgulla. Take say Rasgulla is a classic litmus test. Rasgulla belongs to Orissa, Rasgulla belongs to Bengal. So freedom struggle of Odisha has two specifically aspects. One is to oppose Bengal imperialism. We don't need Bengalis. So Odisha each time influenced by these Bengalis, administrators or priests or so many landholders in Kalinga region or Utkal region. So Orissa has its own way, as like Maharashtra has its own way. So Orissa, for example, first journal in India in Maharashtra 1813 or Samvad Kaumudi, Bengal's Hikis, right, Bengal Gazette. In Orissa in 1864 you have first newspaper, for example. Then you have Utkal Sabha, provincial rising. Before that you have Pike rebellion, that means first rebellion again it's a feudal rebellion. Then you have certain or Khurda rebel, or then you have, that means what we are facing is either it's a tribal entity or people like Surendra Sai in 1857. That means Odisha, and at the same time Odisha was demanding certain separate autonomy, because Odisha was already, or Orissa in that scenario, Orissa was always connected with either Bihar or Bengal. We need our own separate identity. And where is the history? That is the real problem. After Kalinga, directly you have Hathigumpa inscriptions. So you have to create your own way of understanding, and hence 19th century. This is incomplete without this Bengal imperialist idea, and hence people continuously demanded Utkal Sabha, Utkal province, Balasore Utkal Sabha, for example, Cuttack Utkal Sabha, demanded minimize this Bengal population. That is our demand to Her Highness Victoria City for Victoria. 1866. This is again an important point. The worst famine in 19th century was Orissa famine, and from that you have this Royal Commission really arrived. Campbell and other people tried to analyze whose responsibility is this one. Is it a state or is it a private party like our missionaries? So Odisha again was a catalyst for Britishers to understand how to solve the dilemma of a particular region. So that overarch is there, and say at tribal element and your idea of the social reform, you have this Bhim Bhoi. Bhim Bhoi was a saint also. It's 1850 to 75. Unfortunately, 25 years. He initiated Satya Mahima sect, and Satya Mahima sect indirectly useful to idea of the freedom struggle. So Odisha, again Odisha. That is real. Why Odisha is there? Because Prime Minister in his speech previously at least 2 or 3 or 4 times was talking about the Odisha freedom struggle. We have a great history of the Odisha freedom struggle. That may be our starting. If it's a contemporary, then and only UPSC, something must be there. I am not able to get it, but something must be there. Let's check. That should be our approach. Map, of course, this is Odisha's map. That also gives you 1 mark, and not exactly exact map, general frame of the where is this Mahanadi. Then go for upper region, go for lower region. Kalandi, where is Kalandi region? Where is Raigada region where this collector was abducted? Then it's a Balasore region. Balasore was a very important East India Company. Then Puri, important argument above Puri and below Puri. So Orissa has certain connections with, Orissa has certain influence on Andhra. That means central province, it's a divided. Central province also influences, your Bihar also influences, and biggest threat again is, so it's an internally turmoil region. After 1911, you have a calm and quiet idea called as a Orissa or Odisha. So that may be your orientation. We have created this node also, 19th century Odisha, landholders, feudal chiefs, Khurda 1804, then you have Pike rebel mentioned by Prime Minister, then administrative changes in Orissa, your journals, your major administrative inputs, Surendra Sai's 1857 rebel, then you have Bhuyan risings of the Ratna Naik, Keozhnar region, Ratna Naik rebel, that means certain individuals are there. These are more important. And after 1920, some people participated in 1920. That is the end. And you may end that just in 2 or 3 words. In 1942, you have just idea of the Kali Yuga, which dominated Orissa region. So that may be your end. But such questions, history of Rajasthan and Rajasthan freedom movement, Govind Singh contribution to freedom struggle of Rajasthan. We know, say, Punjab, we know very well what happened to Punjab. So people will ask such quote unquote minor regions. So let's talk about the Kerala and freedom. We have ample information. UPSC will avoid that. So it may be either Orissa, it may be either northeast. So let's talk about Tripura, or let's talk about the Manipur, classic case, 1891 Manipur was captured. Then maybe Rajasthan. But this is high time that one should look towards regional history, because that is mentioned in our syllabus. Go for Odisha. How we can handle such things. 10 marks. Map is one idea. Your personalities, your timeline saves your internal writing. Timeline is a clever way. 1804, 1817, 1864, 1866, 1880, 1901, 1905, 1911. When this Calcutta shifted its capital to Delhi, then Orissa people were more than happy, because now this partition, during partition period also, as like in Maharashtra, Swadeshi movement was not a welcome idea for all people. On the same line, some people were demanding during partition, then let's make a separate Orissa. So Orissa has this, Orissa or Bihar, or for that northeast, some regions has that demand that we need autonomy, we need complete separation from Bengali, all ideas, it's a food, because that ultimately kills our indigenous element, or your clothing, speech, literature. It's a great, but keep it away. Tagore is a great person, but keep it away. We have our own. It's none other than, for example, Fakir Mohan Senapati was a great novelist of the 1880s. Without Fakir Mohan, this Indian writing is incomplete. And Fakir Mohan represents Odisha, 6 acre and a half. What happens to peasants? So, you have a writing, you may start your, and that is possible when you are thinking irrespective of your material. Material ultimately compels you to jot that material only. Decode freedom struggle, decode early, I mean, this is my definition, early 20th century, I think this is 1901 to 1925 or 1920, Simon, up to Simon I will write. This is my perception. Then also people are going to appreciate. I will divide 19th century into 2 or 3 parts. Early 19th century till say 1848 or 1857, and then later 19th century, and that means I have divided into 3 regions. That also is a great idea or good idea. So that means this is Odisha. Then question 5 is from your world history. World history, because there are less and less questions in last 2-3 years, but it may blow. Suddenly you have 4 or 5 questions. That may happen, because no pattern is pattern. Don't rely on previous. You may have last year that was pattern. This what is in ultimate analysis, what is the important last 1 year happenings, last year one year happenings. This Suez Canal happened, then you have in 2013 you have already question on the same. This Israel Palestine happens, then let's talk about the basic Sykes and Picot Treaty, Balfour Declaration, basic from world history perspective. This is 1921, then let's analyze 1921 in world history. So socialism, communism and alike, that is mentioned, so that is not just socialism. Political philosophies, so decode political philosophy. Political philosophy may be a term used in your question papers, political philosophy. Then decode political philosophy. What do you mean by political philosophy? What is happening? Suppose this is third mains or second mains. What is happening? You are just responding in its macro sense, which may be your last 3 or 4 lines. What we need is a deeper understanding of each and every term given in. What do you mean by 19th century Europe? Let me divide into 3 parts. It's a Western Europe, it's a Eastern Europe and it's a Central Europe. That is my idea of 19th century Europe. And hence after say 1856, power shift happened towards Berlin. That means let's talk about the say 1871 you have 2 nations arrived, Germany and Italy. And what is socialism? Social, S-O, it's a Latin, of course Latin has its own origin. Social, it's to share. Socialism really, and in cooperative magazine of the magazine called as a cooperative magazine of a Ovenian variety, Robert Owen used this term socialism. And socialism has its own origin in Rousseau's writing or Bobiev. Don't forget Bobiev. Bobiev is a late 18th century and we have 19th century. That means you have this utopian socialists, Charles Fourier, Saint-Simon, Louis Blanc or Owen. What Marx called these people as a utopian socialist. Then you have scientific socialism of the Marxian variety. Marxian is different from Marxist. Very famous statement laterally elaborated by Engels that thank God I am not Marxist. So Marxist is a different idea. From 1842 have this word arrived with Marxism or Marxist, that is communism. So what is socialism? Socialism, this is in 2009 political science student this question. Socialism is such a hat that no one knows original shape. And it's very difficult. 2016 or 17 you have a question that defines socialism. Socialism is such a hat that no one knows. This is Jode, British political interwar period. But socialism again, democracy has adopted socialism. Socialism has adopted democracy. So you have that version. You have syndicalism, you have Fabian socialist. That means French variety, German in party politics, because Nazi ultimately was the socialist. Nazi was the socialist party. Kaiser fled and then who arrived? Socialists arrived. What happened in 1871? 1871 is a Paris Commune. 1864 First International. 1889 Second International. After 100 years of the French Revolution. So right from Rousseau, Bobiev, don't forget Bobievian idea is nationalize each and everything. And hence question of means of production, your ownership of production. What Ambedkar tries to analyze in states and minorities in India. How to understand socialism as a political philosophy. That means political philosophy is interested in understanding power structure. That is more than enough. That means these candidates understand what exactly is the demand of the question. You have to write, you have to decode each and every word of your question. That means political philosophy, plain and simple. It's a philosophy driven for your political purpose. That is plain, and that means talks about the power and correlated ideas about the power. Here that means you have to talk about state understanding. And of course state gives you for example in 1955 we have as a nation declared that we will go for socialist pattern of what? Not state, society. Then what is socialism? Supreme Court has different understanding, Honorable Supreme Court. Here we are talking about 19th century Europe. Then make a immediate picture. At least you have to jot major cities. Say this is France, this is London, this is Berlin, this is Madrid, a latter variety, or this is say in Petersburg, or this is Helsinki, then from Helsinki to Black Sea, and then you have this Albania, Italy. So divided into Western, Central and East Europe, Eastern question. So how laterally this, and what was the influence of the socialism in Eastern region? Socialism literally created your idea of the new imperialism. New imperialism, that was compulsion. Chartists, some people have argued Chartists were liberals. Chartist demand was a liberal demand. Trade union, we need trade union, again is a trade union, is a one variety of the socialism. So multiplicity of socialism, right from your utopian socialism, scientific socialism, Fabian socialism, or syndicalism, or party politics, Plekhanov and others, that is the Bolshevik variety or Menshevik variety, are in late 19th century. Late 19th century has that kind of understanding. That means that is the problem with the Russia. Russia is partially Asia, Eurasia, and hence geography ultimately created issue. So strict to one may say 1801 to say 1900 is a period of the 19th century Europe. Then in Greece also you have certain influence of the socialism. Largely it's a French idea elaborated by certain German fellows, Marx, and settled in Britain. That is a question. History student has that question, that why this arrived in France, then why it's elaborated by, because German ultimately is a kind of statist idea. Pragmatism is of a English variety, and French ultimately has an intellectual arrogance. So this is a combination of three, gives you a various versions of socialism, political philosophy, but these kinds of questions are also expected. Communism, socialism, or other varieties, etc. term that is the in your syllabus. That means fascism may be there, feminism may be there. In 1919 you have the term called as a feminism. After the end, towards the end of the World War, you have this women, now you can manipulate women in both domain. That was the idea, and hence after that you may have fascist variety. So elaborate fascism, feminism, or socialism, or what happens to capitalism. In 2015 you already essay on capitalism. Capitalism may be your question. I think we'll take a 5 minutes break and then we'll continue with our discussion. Within 5 minutes we'll continue this in our next session.